Okay, so the way the playoffs are looking, you'll probably have either Detroit or the Miami or maybe even Milwaukee as the A seed, and the Bulls and the Pacers are about competing for 6th and 7th in this Eastern Conference, and the 5th seed. I mean, that game last night against the Cavs. I mean, Cavs just like shooting lights out on threes, you know. LeBron James figures we have one of the worst perimeter defenses in the league, so that's why he took so many up against us. Took so many threes up against us. So yeah, it's not gonna fall like that in the playoffs anymore. Even though it did that game 2, they tied for 25 threes. He knows exactly what he's doing. You know, looking for Kyle for those 3-pointers, but it won't go too well for him in the playoffs. We'll beat him. But besides that, for Atlanta, yeah, it looks like they're going to be the 5th seed, so they'll be locked into a 4-seed matchup with any three of the remaining teams. It looks like either Washington or Toronto. Those aren't going to be any easy matchups. And the 3rd seed is one either going to, the Celtics, Raptors, or the Wizards. But 2nd seed, the Celtics, or it's the same, the 2nd and the 3rd, and even the 4th right now. But the number 1 seed, I mean, the Cavs are probably going to get it unless the Celtics go on a huge run. So the Celtics get anything 1 through 4. Well, Cavs are probably going to be 1 through 2. Raptors 1 through 4, 1 through 5, or Wizards 1 through 5. So it's a swing. Even the Hawks will move up to the 3rd or even the 2nd. But come playoff time, you got first round matchups you got to worry about. You know, like a lot of teams in the playoffs would want to see the Wizards. You know, they have Brandon Jennings now, so that's what they have. And a good bench now. Bojan Bogdanovic is playing well. Who else? The starting 5 is playing pretty well for him. Kelly Oubre. Lots of guys on that team are playing pretty well. But I think at the end of the day, experience is going to play a factor. And, yeah. But, yeah, LeBron James, I think he got a little bit shook last night. Because when you think about it, he played the whole 4th quarter. And they narrowly escaped in beating the Hawks last night. Even after breaking that 25 3-point regular season record. They kind of tied from playoffs game 2, as I mentioned last season against us. So, really, it's not like he even won, you know. He outscored us after 48 minutes. And to mention, you have free throws and halftime and all these timeouts. But the point is, after the whole game, we lost. But it's almost like we won. I mean, 135 to 130, like, Tim Hardaway Jr. went off, Paul Millsap went off. You know, Dennis Schroeder and Kent Bazemore, they hit some big shots down the stretch, but a lot of the turnovers and missed shots kind of cost us in the end. So we could have won that game. We made our free throws, you know, limited our turnovers, and stopped them from shooting all those darn threes. So, yeah, and then I have to just talk about the West for a second. All right, the West they have a good 7 teams. Maybe, you know, someone gets into the 8th spot. But for the top 7, or really 8, sort of. I mean, you have the Warriors, the Spurs, the Rockets, the Clippers, the Jazz, or the Jazz and the Clippers, we'll say, Memphis and the Thunder. So basically, seeds 4 through 7 are shifting back and forth. So it's one of those things where which seed would you rather have? I mean, for a lot of people, 4 or 5 would mean you wouldn't have to face either the Rockets, the Spurs, or the Warriors in the first round. But at the same time, you probably have to face them in the second round regardless. So, second round is pretty dangerous, but if you're a good enough team, you can believe you can beat the Warriors in 7-game series in the second round, even though they're so OP, overpowering, you know. But I think the 3 and the 6, being the 6th seed, or because it's basically going to either the Spurs or the Rockets or even the Warriors right now. They're losing, so being the 6th seed might be better than it's probably the best seed besides being in the top 3. But yeah. Alright, well, that's sort of my playoff overview. I mean, or things were probably going to happen. I see that the Warriors, they might be able to shift to the second, and maybe the Rockets get the first, or the Spurs maybe, but yeah. This is going to be an interesting time in the playoffs, come playoff time. So I'll believe that, so subscribe.